This time on Auto Rake, we're going to take a look at my 1948 Ford Woody with real Lylewood, and we'll explain that when we come back. Wheels, stance, color, and attitude, the Auto Rake. Okay, so what we have here is the monogram 1948 Ford Woody. Of course, I lowered it in the front, and I might have lowered it a little bit in the back. I'll have to check when I turn it over. Of course, flat black on the roof. So what I did is I painted the body first with TS64 dark mica blue from Tamiya. And I shot that right on the bare plastic. I didn't use any primer on this one. This is technically supposed to be a quickie build that kind of got out of hand. Well, not detail wise, but just got a little bit out of hand. And I polished that just with a little bit of polish. So it's straight up out of a can with a little polish on it. Now I did mask off all the wood in the top when I painted the blue. And then I came back and masked off everything and just painted the black. And I actually painted the wood last. And this is what we call Lylewood. So the story behind Lylewood is Lyle Willits from the Maryland group, Mama's Boys. He had a hand-painted method of doing wood that looks really good. And so he took a few minutes with me and showed me how to do it. And then I went home, and this is the one I did. So he always, whoops, is that falling off? We're gonna have to do some repair work, and I lost my handle. So I have to do some repair work. Anyway, he showed me how to do this, and I went home and I cranked this out. And so we call it Lylewood. Anytime I see Lyle's cars with wood grain on them, we call it Lylewood, and I always call mine Lylewood. So I've added, and I have a, years ago on Hobby Heaven, I did a tutorial on how to do this wood, and with photos and everything. I'll have to, maybe someone listening will know, or have saved it. I'll have to look that up. I think I still have the photographs for it. I don't know if I have the text, so I will look that up. We basically start with a bright yellow underneath. That's his base color, and then everything else is done on top. A lot of dry brushing. I've done the whole inside of it. I have photographs that Manny will install here on this video. But it's a shame you can't see the roof underneath the roof. The roof underneath is gorgeous, and you can't see any of it. And this is back when I was in the Maryland Club, and this was my favorite license plate at the time. So I have that on. Is that a little, what is that? Excuse me while I dust. Actually, I should have dusted that. It looks like it's got a little bit of stuff on it. I should do this beforehand, shouldn't I? Well, I'm going to find out. That bothers me. I have to look and see if that handle's over there. Been a while since I had this one out. Hopefully it fell off in the case. This is well worth the money. Oops, upside down. I don't know what that says. I have the package that came in with that. I have it around here somewhere. I'll have to look for that later. Anyway, distracted squirrel. It's got the stock flathead in it. I did add a little aluminum machined mirror, which I can't remember where that came from, of course. It's been many, many years ago. And then on the hood, I added, the scoops are aluminum exhaust, or not exhaust, aluminum tubing that I made into carburetor stacks. The Offenhauser's heads, I'm not sure where they're from anymore. They might have came in the kit. I think that kit's all stock though. I think it might have came out of one of the other monogram kits, or Norm Weber at Replicas and Miniatures. I think he cast those. I'm not sure if they're his or not. The radiator hoses are just all painted and foil on them. You know, nothing crazy. Underneath, this is before I weathered underneath. So it's pretty stock. Actually, those are solder. My exhaust is solder. And of course I got my little aluminum exhaust tips on the back that I always do. I didn't even know that's one of the rare kits that I use solder on the exhaust. It's got a spare tire in the back, which I'll show pictures of. Like I said, leather interior. There's a magazine on the front seat. It's pretty cool. What else did I do to this? That's probably about it. I got a beehive on it. That, I don't remember what kit that's out of. I'd have to look around. I might have photographs of what that came out of. But I said these are machined aluminum. I don't remember where they came from anymore. But I did drop it, lowered it. Oh, I was going to look at the bottom. I think I lowered the back a little bit too. I'm pretty sure I did. I didn't put the trim rings on it. So basically, almost box stock, except for lowering, exhaust, and a couple hot rod parts on the flathead. Other than that, it's pretty stock out of the box. This kit really builds. I mean, it just, like, you can't screw this kit up. So look at that. Don't tell anybody that that's not on there. Nah, it bugs me. I gotta go look for that. I gotta look for that handle. So that's what, whenever you hear me say Lylewood, that's what it is. That's Lyle Willits, and the world famous Lyle Willits, and this is his Lylewood. So I don't call it wood graining, it's Lylewood, but all dry brushed with different colors. I think I used about 4 different colors on that. I'll have to see if I can find that article that I did, and I'll probably add that to an how-to in the future. I'll probably do one because it's a good one. It's pretty good. It's pretty simple. It's almost like weathering. It's like I was really, you know, kind of you know, I was like, it really intimidated me to do that. But once I did it, it's like, oh, that's not too bad. That's not too hateful. It's kind of like a mild version of weathering. I liked it better without the back bumper on, so I didn't put a back bumper on mine. Of course, I wouldn't want to get hit with it without a back bumper, but yeah, no primer, straight on the plastic. And you know, I don't know today if you can do that as much. The plastic seemed different. I built this when this kit came out, but the plastic just seemed different than it is nowadays. But yeah, I just rubbed it a little bit. It turned out pretty good. But that's going to be it for this one. I always like this kit. And I'm assuming the 48 coupe is just as easy to build. I actually have one of them on my list. I did one, a resin copy of one, but I haven't done the newer issue of the coupe, which I love 48 Fords. I've always loved 48 Fords. But I want to do one of those. But that's going to be it on this one. We're going to close the hood on that one and put her back on the shelf after I make some repairs. That's it. We'll see you on the next one. Oh yeah, and I forgot. Zforce Modelworx. If you type in Rake 10, you get 10% off on all his 3D printed parts. So check him out. Tell him that Irvin sent you. All right? Thanks. Bye.